Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Mine was a little chilly here. We had high winds and snow yesterday. And it's going to have some more, I guess, this week. So it's a good day to stay inside and get some work done. And as I mentioned yesterday in the Oracle card reading, that I had written an article about apathy. And I actually started it years ago when I noticed one day when I woke up and just didn't care about anything. And I had written a bunch of notes about it, was going to write an article about it. And guess what? It never got done. And that's kind of what apathy is. It's like you get to a point where you just don't want to do things. And I've noticed, especially since the beginning of the year, that it seems to have been taken hold quite a bit, especially here in the United States over the last month and a half or so. So Spirit said it's time to get the article written, which I did, and it's published on Medium, and I will put the link to the actual article that was published in New Earth Consciousness publication in Medium. But I also wanted to do a video on it because I do have other followers on YouTube that I don't have on Medium and vice versa. And this is a very important lesson that we all need to learn and really get through our sometimes thick skulls. Is what is apathy, what causes it, and then how do we work our way through it to get out onto the other side? So if you're new to the channel, welcome. And to all my regular subscribers, welcome. If you have not hit the like and subscribe, I ask please do so that you're notified of upcoming videos and stuff that are coming out. It doesn't cost you anything to do it, but it does help me get the message out there that Spirit is really pushing even through me. Darn that apathy anyway, because I always say, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Well, I have to do it. When Spirit says do something, I'm starting to learn to listen, and I hope you do too. So we're going to talk about the numb soul. And what exactly apathy is. And is there a difference between just regular apathy or spiritual apathy? So spiritual apathy is a lack of interest or concern in spiritual matters. Apathy itself, yeah, you just don't care about anything, spiritual or otherwise. So I want to bring up the subject because it's come up for me over the last few years. And like I said, I did wrote about it years ago and just never got around to sharing it. Now is the time to share this information as I see it happening in our world. The more I watch, the more I see how apathy affects people and how rampant it seems in this country, especially now. It's time that we understand it. It's time we heal it and bring ourselves back into balance with love. So here is the Merriam-Webster, I believe I got it from the definition of apathy itself, so you can see what I'm talking about. Apathy is a psychological state characterized by lack of interest, concern, or enthusiasm towards things that normally stimulate a person's emotions. It is often accompanied by feelings of emotional numbness or detachment. Apathy can be a symptom of various mental health conditions such as depression, anxiety, or personality disorders. In extreme cases, apathy can lead to a decrease in motivation and productivity, affecting daily life and relationships. It is essential to address apathy by identifying its underlying causes and seeking professional help from a mental health expert if it persists or interferes with daily functioning. So some of the signs of apathy can include disengaging or withdrawing from work, hobbies, or spending time with loved ones. A lack of concern that they've disengaged from activities that they used to enjoy, relying on others to help them fulfill daily activities, a decrease in or absence of expression of both positive and negative emotions, which is called emotional blunting. And they may not feel strong emotions or emotionally react to situations as expected. So you might see a change in a person's behavior or even your own behavior. So people who experience traumatic events may develop apathy syndrome, which is indifference and emotional detachment, as a way to protect themselves mentally and prevent further distress. This is common in survivors of catastrophes or prisoners of war, and it can be part of post-traumatic stress disorder. And for any of you that are interested and would like to know more about PTSD and trauma and things, I have a lead magnet that talks specifically about PTSD in women, because it seems to affect women more than men, and it takes us longer to get through it, because women are traditionally more connected to their emotions than men. With women, it mostly comes from childhood abuse, sexual trauma, and it's not something that is just easily dropped or healed. I don't care how many times people tell you to get over it, and trust me, I've had a lot of people tell me that with my own trauma that I went through. It's not something that you just get over. So don't tell people that. It's rude, for one, and very inconsiderate. There's a process that you have to go through with the healing. So the following narrative were thoughts that I had written down years ago when I first was having some issues. So apathy and why we experience it. Not sure on a human level why it pops up to affect us. For instance, this morning I woke up with a strange feeling of not caring or wanting to do anything. I didn't care if I went to work. I didn't care if I went up to my friends this weekend to drop stuff off. I didn't care if I even got anything packed to take up there. Also, I didn't care if I stayed home or went at all. I just didn't care. I asked Spirit what was going on and was told, well, when you ask for healing on all levels, we're just accommodating your request. Go figure. Sometimes they can be funny. Other times, not so much. So then they said, to move forward, one must not have any feelings of apathy, self-sabotage, or negativity. Remember, you are the light of God, and it is time to take the tarp off your head and let it shine. We will be working with you closely over the next few days to clear you. So buckle up your seatbelt and hang on. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Gotta love how my guides put things sometimes. Kind of really makes you pay attention. So then they continued with, relax and enjoy, as what is coming will be so worth the wait that you will wonder why you ever doubted yourself or God. Patience is a virtue, and you, little one, have had many issues with it this time. So just in case you don't know, we do incarnate over and over and over again. And it seems patience has never been one of my virtues, ever. Go figure. So then they continued with, remember, You are here for many, many more years to come. So to us, you are but a baby, getting ready to take its first steps. Do not compare yourself to other humans, as your body and soul are very different on so many levels. People wonder why you look so young. It is because you are. You have not yet reached even your teen years yet, and that is why sometimes there is so much rebellion in you. You are like the frisky kitten just waiting to get all grown up and attack the big boys. We say to you, slow down and relax and enjoy your younger years, as they will soon come to pass. You have to love the guides and how they see us, but at the same time, it is so true. I've been here many, many lifetimes, and I am what is considered an old soul. Yet at the same time, in this lifetime, they, like they said, because I'm going to be here for so many more years, I am but a frisky young kitten. I kind of like that image. So again, with apathy, look at your life. What is it that you're trying to avoid? What is it that you don't want to see? What parts of you need to be healed and you just aren't doing the work or doing the healing? The thing is, you matter. Spirit cares about you and about what's going on in your life. So must you care about you and what is going on in your life and the world. Because you are a tiny microcosm in a big macrocosm. You are just a tiny speck in the grand scheme of things, but that tiny speck matters. You matter. If you're feeling the energies of apathy and you feel indifferent to what's going on in the world around you or in your life, it's time to take a step back. Time to turn within, go out in nature, take a sacred walk in nature, ground into Mother Earth, and then also make sure your connection to spirit is strong. If you need to pull in the love energy and balance from spirit, do so. But make sure you're grounded in Mother Earth so that you stay balanced. Here are some suggestions I'd like to give and some of the things I've used on overcoming spiritual apathy. So first and foremost, you have to acknowledge you have feelings of apathy. You have to understand what it is and the feelings. Pray to your guides and angels for help. That's what they're there for. We all have guides and angels that come in with us every time we incarnate. They're there to help you, but they can't unless you ask. So pray to them. Ask them for help. Tell them this is how you're feeling. What do I do to overcome so that I can feel more joyful and happy and at peace again? Just ask. And then admit that there are challenging things going on in your life. You know, we all go through this, but you have to learn to ask for help. You have to admit that you even need help. And one of the biggest things, which is what I'm doing right now, is take a break from social media. There is so much negative stuff out there right now being spread around, some of it true, some of it not true. So take a break. Give your soul a chance to recuperate, to regenerate, and turn to love. One of the things you can do, if you're not on social media, of course, is reading articles and books on spirituality, healing, history. It doesn't matter what it is. Just take a break from the negativity that is it's just being thrown at us. Without our permission, I might add. You can also choose to focus on family and friends, especially those that are like-minded. You want to volunteer your time to make a difference. And you can start or join an existing group for the betterment of humanity and animals. It will definitely take your mind off of your own problems. And then you want to reach out to friends and family and stay connected to those who love you and who you love. So spiritual apathy can creep in unnoticed. Even when God works in powerful ways in your life, it can stop all growth in its tracks. Now, there are some related concepts that you don't want to get mixed up with apathy. So, spiritual apathy is different than ignorance, complacency, and laziness. So, make sure that you know the difference, and then start doing something about it. Don't just say, well, I'm just one person, I can't make a difference. Yes, you can. And you do every day with your decisions. When you choose to help an animal that you see being abused, that makes a difference. When you see a child that's being abused, speak up. Don't just sit there and say, oh, somebody else will do it. Somebody else will take care of it. No, they won't. Trust me, I know. I've been there. So do everything in your power, because you, as a sovereign soul, have the power to make a difference. And you matter. So if you're feeling spiritual apathy or apathy in general, get some help if you need help from a professional. But don't just wallow in pity or wallow in sadness or anger and just say, I can't do anything, I don't care, because that's not acceptable. So I love you all. Please take it to heart. More to come, because as I go through this stuff, I am sharing it so that you know it happens to all of us. And sometimes the lessons are painful, and sometimes they're funny, but they're all for the betterment to bring peace, harmony, love, and unity onto this planet. And we can do it because we all matter to God. So that's the story about apathy and my experience with it so far. Hopefully we'll get it healed within me and then heal it within yourselves. Have a great day and stay tuned for the next lesson. And remember to always walk in beauty.